Guys, welcome to Tuesday Encounter. Today you have two faces that you don't quite always see all the time, but we're so glad to be here. I'm Bethany, and
I'm
my
Connie.
my beautiful friend Connie is here with me, and we're super excited to get to do this with you guys to lead Encounter, and it's so fun to see how much we grow when we spend time with Jesus and we get in that place where, reality, the true reality, um, like merges with the reality that we're going through in our current day. And we realize the truth about what's actually happening. And we get to see outside our circumstances into our circumstances. And it just gives you an edge that you can't find anywhere else. And it's really fun. And so um, I'm going to let you, Connie, if you want to. I know you had a really, really good topic that's so perfect for this season that we're all in, which is the holidays. And so I'm going to let you share that with us, if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all. So I'm so excited to be here and to just be here with you guys today. It's so exciting to be here. We don't get to do this very often, and I love doing it. But I was thinking this morning about, well, actually, I've been thinking about it since Thanksgiving. But when we get in the season from Thanksgiving to Christmas, for sure, it feels like a lot gets taken from us sometimes. Especially, I'm a mom, I've got lots of family members, and we've got school activities, we've got family activities, we've got friend group activities, and there's just so much happening. And it feels like there's a lot that is expected of us. And so the you know we got a I got an invitation to an event, and it was asking me to do something, and I thought, well, I'm just not going to go because I don't have the capacity to do that, or I don't want to do that, so I'm just not going to go. And immediately Jesus said, well, why don't you just go but not do the thing that is being suggested? It wasn't even like, oh, you have to do this. It was just a suggestion. I was like, can I do that? He's like, yeah, you can do that. So it was just a sweet reminder of, he's the place that we go when we need to slow down, when we need to bring peace back into a place where it's so busy, so chaotic. And in just a moment, I was going to not go where I really enjoy being, just because there was a suggestion that I didn't want to do, and I'm always used to, okay, I'm the yes person. Yes, I'll do this. I'm going to do this. You suggested it, so I'm definitely going to do it. And I might just overdo it because that's who I am as a person.
I've done that before for sure.
Yes. So it was just a really sweet reminder of a quick, hey, you know, do the parts that you enjoy, do what you can. And because honestly, the suggestion was just a suggestion. People would much rather have us there, or the time to get to catch up and talk and have a good time versus the thing that was suggested to do. So
Well, and that's such a good point because I think sometimes we do it, especially we do this when it's from people that we love and we care about, right? Like our family or friends that have become family, or just those people in our life that are close to us. When they suggest something, it's because you love them so much. You want to do the thing, right? And you want to do it well, and you want to do it maybe a little extra, because you love them and they matter to you. And I think it's as we go into encounter today, even like remembering, letting Jesus show us that love isn't doesn't require things from us. And it's not that people, I think, require the things from us that we always think they do. It's just we see it through a lens of, I love you. And so I want to do this for you. Um, but being reminded that that person's love for us isn't going to change if we don't do that, right? And if it does, then we should probably have a conversation with the Lord about that.
yeah, there's probably something definitely deeper that we need to discover if that's the case.
Yeah.
But it can also cause a little bit of an imbalance in us, right? When people that we love, we want to do all the things for them. But when we are stretched thin and we are being overextended, or we are letting something disrupt our peace, it's a little bit of an imbalance because we tend to think, well, what's wrong with me? Or, I'm not able to do this, or I'm not doing this well. And so there must be something wrong with me, and so there's this imbalance of, okay, I love this person and I want to do this for this person, but it's pulling on me, it's stretching me, it's very, just makes you feel like you're not good enough, you don't have enough, it makes you feel unfulfilled in certain areas that, you know, shouldn't shouldn't even be an issue, but we forget about that. And so this imbalance is taking place and it's happening. And so where do we go to restore that balance? Where do we go to restore that? And even just the ability to say, I'm not going to do that. And I it's not that I don't love you, and it's not that I'm not able to do that, but I can't do that right now. And be okay with that.
Yeah, and I think us will get us, letting people know that we can't do things also gives people permission to do that in their own lives. Because I think sometimes we, have this like, well, everybody else is doing it. So almost like keeping up with, like, there's no permission. Not that we always need permission, right? But if somebody else does something, it really opens the door for us to do the same thing, right? And so when we do that, we also give people through our courage, we give people the permission to like, oh, I don't actually have to do that either. Like, it's so refreshing to see somebody who's like, I can't do that. Like, I love you and, all that, but I've reached my limit. And so, because when I see somebody just do that, I don't judge them. I'm just like, wow, that was super courageous. And how can I do that in my own life?
Yeah,
Like it it lets you breathe in your own areas of your life where that's happening.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and I have trained people how to treat me. And so when I say yes to everything and I'm the person, right? I'm the reliable one. You can call me if you need anything. It doesn't matter. I'm going to lay down everything that I'm doing to make sure that you get what you need. I've trained people to treat me that way. And the one thing that has helped me so much is the more time that I spend in encounter, it brings out my identity and who I am, and it allows me to decide, I don't really have space for that, or I don't want to do that anymore. That doesn't fulfill me as a person. It doesn't, and of course we all have to do things that we don't want to do, but we don't have to fill our life with it. And we get to put certain parameters around it. And nothing has made that more, nothing has made that easier than spending time with Encounter. Because in Encounter, he's always solidifying and speaking our identity to us and who we are.
And we get to experience it. And when we experience something, we create beliefs around that thing, right? And so what better route to have our beliefs in to come from than experiences with Jesus or or God or Holy Spirit, where they show us things and we experience them, and then it's the truth and the reality for us. you know I think that that's probably the best way. It is the best way to have our beliefs formed, and then we live our life from that, and it's our reality. And so um it's a beautiful thing. So much happens in encounter, and um I'm ready to jump in. If you are.
I am too. I'm ready.
Awesome. So wherever you're at, whether you're listening in the car or you're at home, um, suggest not closing your eyes when you're in the car. But if you're at home or you're in a comfy spot, just get comfortable, and we're just gonna go into encounter. And you guys already know the ropes, so um, Jesus has so much for us today. He's got so much to show us. on perspective and just what we think is the truth, especially in this season of our lives where everything's so busy and we get caught up in the hustle and bustle and we're surrounded with people that we love and there's a lot going on and it's like I see him being like, hey, I'm with you in all those things. I'm with you when you go to the grocery store. I'm with you when you're making food late into the night. I'm with you when you're running around picking up your kids or, doing things for other people or whatever you're doing. Um, he's like, I wear you like a glove. I put you on and I've never taken you off. And all of me is inside of you. And everything that I am is yours to access and pull on. It's like it's like opening this treasure chest. Like, I've got all these resources for you. What do you need? Do you need more energy? Do you need more time? Do you need more perspective on situations? Do you need more clarity, more peace? It's like he's inviting us to just, like a kid at Christmas, just jump in and start pulling things out of that chest and to not be shy because there's so much more where that comes from. There's no end to his provision and his supply.
So as you enter into this place of feeling the heaviness of his presence and just recognizing, just sitting in the fact that everything that he is, you have access to. He is the unlimited, untapped resource that is available to you all the time. So think about how you're feeling, all the things that are on your list, on your to-do list. And think about what you need to not just make it through the holiday season, but to make it through well and whole and peaceful. Begin to ask him for those things that's going to pave your way for you to walk through with peace and wholeness and be able to do everything that you need to be, everything you need to do, but you get to be fully who you are. And sometimes we don't even know what to ask for, and that's okay too. But all of those things out there, it's like imagine yourself putting that on a list, putting it on a piece of paper, or even just having a representation of the things that you need and handing those over to Jesus. Like you can feel your shoulders relax. You can take a deeper breath. When you hand those things over to Jesus, takes a weight off. Like an exchange. You can give him everything that is on your list, everything that's expected of you. and he can give in return to you everything you need.
And in that moment, he's showing us, as that exchange happens, he's showing you what the true perspective is on those things that you handed to him. As he shows you perspective and truth, it lifts so much weight off of them. It really recalibrates you and if those things fit in your life or where they were taking up too much space or weighing you down. He's stepping in and saying, hey, I will shoulder this responsibility. The things that you have to do that are non-negotiables, that have to happen, those things that are important. I'm going to do this with you. It's like he's putting his shoulder next to yours and lifting that weight that you're having to carry. He's doing it with you where the weight is suddenly way less than it was. Maybe it's not even there anymore because he's shouldering it. And he loves to do that with us. He loves to carry the heaviness or the responsibility that we have so that we can rest in him, that we can do it in partnership with him, that we can clearly see what is actually ours to do, our part to do in partnership with him. And it's not that you're being irresponsible, it's that you're allowing the person who can fully handle the responsibility to do it with you so that you can enjoy your life and do whatever needs to be done with joy and peace and abundance. You weren't meant to do it alone. None of us was. And none of us can.
Just see him handing over permission for you to even revise what's in your life. Like helping you to change what you want to change, have more time for the things that bring you that peace. Even bring in something new. Traditions are fun, and some traditions are really good, but some traditions are ones that we do out of obligation. I can just see him giving permission to let go of the things that don't serve you. Let go of those things that bring that unpleasant anticipation. He's walking through the inventory list with you, making it really easy to let it go. Like he's handing over a blank slate and you get to fill it. You get to put on it what you want. He's bringing joy back into the process of taking over, taking back over what you want to do, how you want to do it. He's not just bringing joy back into it, but paving the way for you to begin to establish what brings you peace. Not just brings it, but allows it to stay consistent. Feel that peace washing over you. Every deep breath you take in, breathe in his fragrance. Breathe in his peace. The wisdom that comes from who he is. Has unlimited supply.
And you've got the permission to, as you go about your life and your day and the holidays and all the things that are in this season, he's extending the invitation to always come back to this place or shift your awareness back to it, because you never leave this place. You just, our awareness changes. And so it's like he's telling us, hey, you can, I'm going to be here in this place. I'm going to be with you as well. But as you need it take 10 minutes, take 5 minutes if that's all you have in your day to shift your awareness to this place, to get what you need, to recalibrate, to calm your nervous system by breathing deeply and allowing me to infuse you with my peace and my joy. Remind you of how amazing you are. There's nothing you have to do to earn love or get love from me. It's like he's standing there with a hose of really amazing warm water, and he's like, anytime you need anything washed off of you, just come back here and I'll help you out. That hose is full of water from him. It's his life and his perspective and his goodness and peace and all the things that we sometimes forget are so readily accessible to us all the time. I feel like he's also just inviting us into, like, you get to have fun. You get to have a lot of fun and enjoy your life and enjoy this holiday season. It doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be you be bogged down and weary. And it's like he's like, hey, let me infuse you with my joy. Let me help you make it fun, and let me make it fun for you. And it may be little moments throughout your day, but as you are in expectation of having fun and enjoying every day, it sets you up to experience those things from him, those pockets of joy, or just fun all the time. It doesn't just have to be a pocket, it can be a 24/7 thing. As much as you want or as little as you want.
Begin to create in your imagination. Our imagination is such a powerful place because it's where we can create the impossible. But when we start there, we can bring that into our existence. So begin to create in your imagination what you want your season to look like, who you want to spend it with, what you want to spend your time doing. And begin to build in this place. Build what you want that to look like, what you want it to feel like, what you want to experience, and what you want to exchange. We give so much during this time. But that doesn't mean we have to give and not receive. So, what do you want as an exchange? Begin to create this place in your imagination. And the joy that it brings as you create. Just feel the expectation rising for what it can be and what it can look like. Remember how it feels. Now you build this place here in your imagination. Begin to pull that into your reality as you walk through this season. Take the joy with you. Take the fun with you. Take the peace with you. All of that gets to go with you. It doesn't have to stay here. Create that experience in your imagination. What do you want this season to look like? What do you need to give yourself permission to make a reality in your life?
And for some of us, it may just be that we just need to sit here and allow his peace and comfort and tranquility, allow it to soak into every fiber of our being, where we get to be refueled and filled back up because we may be too tired to even think about what we want. And that's okay. There's no rush and there's no hurry to figure that out if you don't know. It can be an in the moment thing where you're in that situation or circumstance and suddenly you know what you want. And that's okay too. There's no wrong way to do it. There's just many different ways. Different isn't wrong, it's just not the same. And that's okay. It's good.
So many beautiful things are born from being different. So much creativity flows through being different, thinking different, feeling different. Speaking of words of identity and validating who you are. It's highlighting the things that you love. Mm-hmm.
It may be things that you always thought were not actually good things, or were told that were too much or not enough, or weren't valued by other people. But just because people can't see it doesn't mean it's not real or true. And people see us through their own lens, not through, very, very rarely is it through actual full truth, because they've got their own experiences that taught them to see things a certain way. And so all the identity and those things that make you amazing and special and unique are things that he put inside you. They're a facet of him. And you're meant to shine and fully embrace those things and allow them to come out. Places that it's safe to do that.
Stay in this place of speak over who you are. Let him highlight his favorite things about you. There are so many things that he loves about you. Stay in this place of letting him highlight those things for you, showing you in detail all the wonderful things about you, about who you are, who he created you to be, what he put inside of you. Because you are enough. And he says you're enough. Stay in this place. You can come back to it anytime you feel overwhelmed, anytime you feel like too much is being asked of you, and you need to be in a place of peace, a place of calm, in a place of rest. It's been really fun being with you guys today.
Hope you guys have a great rest of your day and just stay in this place. We're going to log off, but you get to stay as long as you want to or need to.